Yo, it's your boy D's Media back again with another video. Today we're gonna talk about ex-Mexican Mafia member G-Face just gets exposed by 1090 Jake for snitching on the Mexican Mafia and being a DEA informant since 2005. Let's jump straight into it. For those that don't know, this guy is a ex-Mexican Mafia member slash multi-millionaire because he does have legit businesses. He runs a tutorial about the trucking business, which the government says that he makes $2 to $3 million a month. But pretty much this dude went on no jumper. After this paperwork was circulating on the internet, probably this had to be circulating close to about 5 or 6 months ago. He went on no jumper, which was a bad idea. First of all, if you a DEA informant and you've been working with the DEA and the feds to put away the Mexican Mafia, why would you go to no jumper that's located right in the heart of the Mexican Mafia, Los Angeles or LA, California? Like, you ain't thinking. But you tried to go on no jumper and clear your name and say, yo, bro, I didn't do this. No, didn't. Come on, bro. All of that was bogus, bro. You've been a DEA informant since 2005, bro. You, first of all, another thing too is this guy is currently facing fraud charges for getting close to what $400,000 worth of PUA loans. So he's facing a case for that. So it's like, dude, you went on no jumper when you already running from the Mexican Mafia, because that's what the statement, I mean, that's what he literally told police. You know, he's fearful. He feared for his life. You know, that's why he don't want to go back to Armenia, where he's from. You know, he wants to stay here in the United States. This is what he told the DEA. You know, he doesn't want to get deported because he feel like he's safer in the United States. So if you are a DEA informant and you going through this fraud situation, why would you go on one of the biggest urban platforms to speak about snitching and telling? You know what I'm saying? It's already known that you got ties to the Southerners in Los Angeles. So why would you go on no jumper, bro? Like, I just don't get this generation with this clout chasing stuff. Like, y'all go on no jumper and y'all have warrants, y'all informants, y'all doing all this stuff, and y'all want to go to one of the biggest urban platforms on there. I just don't get it. I don't get that part. Then, dude, you say you fearful for your life. You can't be that much in fear because you went on no jumper. How was you fear for your life and you doing interviews? You know, you rapping. You know what I'm saying? So how is you in fear for your life? You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, bro, one of the most deadliest gangs or cartels, however you want to try to name them, bro, is after you, bro. And you gonna go to Los Angeles? Like, come on, bro. People don't really realize how big the Mexican Mafia is and the cartel is, man. Like, they are some of the biggest and some of the most ruthless people you can ever bump into. And this guy is an informant. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the Mexican Mafia and the cartel that's known, man, for wiping out families, man. We talking about families. So you're going to put your life at risk, your family life at risk, and you're going to go on no jumper. Because they know what you look like. They know who you is. You know what I'm saying? You go on No Jumper and you are a DEA informant against the Mexican Mafia, one of the deadliest Mexican gangs there ever is. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Mexican Mafia is one of the deadliest gangs ever. They probably got, I would estimate, honestly, from my point of view, I would estimate that every Mexican gang in the Los Angeles area is tapping in with the Mexican Mafia. Because one thing for sure is no matter what Mexican gang you is, eventually, man, if you bought that life, you eventually gonna have to go where? You're gonna have to go to prison. So any Mexican gangs, they know that. Eventually, man, you're gonna have to go to prison. And where you gonna bump into when you go to prison? The Mexican Mafia. That's why they so deadly and so dangerous and so big, because all of them, the Mexican, the Latinos, and all of them, they gotta tap in with the Mexican Mafia, because if you really a gangbanger, you really in the streets and you really living that life, you gonna have to go to prison. You gonna need protection. You get what I'm saying? That's why they so deadly and so dangerous. So it's like anywhere you want to go, they can get to you. You think you're gonna run to LA, Nevada, Arizona, anywhere you want to, man, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, anywhere you think you want to run, man, the Mexican Mafia and the cartel got pulled there, man. And this dude is a DEA informant. His paperwork is out. Is no need to try to sugarcoat it. None. The paperwork is circulating everywhere. 1090 Jake got it. No Jumper posted it. It's all over. I got copies of it. It's public. It's public record. You know what I'm saying? He's been a DEA informant since 2005. On top of that, he's a legal immigrant. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that was kind of suspicious that I was reading was, it says that he checks in with ISIS once a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hold on. So you a legal immigrant and ISIS is letting you stay long as you check in once a year. Oh yeah, bro, you definitely an informant, bro. You definitely a informant, bro. Yeah, that would make sense why they want you over here. It ain't for your protection. Oh, we want you over here so that, yeah, they want you over here to make sure that you safe so that you can keep telling and keep telling and keep telling. You get what I'm saying? Because that's some of the strangest stuff that I heard, that he's a legal immigrant, got ties to the Mexican Mafia, and he hasn't been deported yet. But y'all only letting this man check in once a year. And everything that I'm saying is already public document. Y'all letting him check in once a year. That's a little bit suspicious right there. That's a little bit to raise the hairs up on your back. Like, hold on. He's a legal immigrant. Because anytime you're a legal immigrant, you get in any type of legal trouble and something like that capacity, the first thing they do is deport you. That's the first thing they do after you serve your time. But so for this man to be a convicted felon, got ties to the Mexican Mafia, and he's able to stay here without still having his papers, yeah, he's an informant. He helping them people out. You know what I'm saying? Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense why he been over here illegal for so long, and they letting him stay, because he been working with them people since 2005, you know? But for the kids out there, this is a prime example on the streets is not where it's at. You know what I'm saying? It's no loyalty. It's no nothing. Like, people will sell you out. People will tell on you for the smallest of things. The streets is watered down, man. And I would recommend any kid out there, or you wanna jump in the streets, go ahead, man. Try it, man. But I'm telling you, man, it ain't nothing but out there but full of rats, snakes, and cowards, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cowards, man. The streets is not where it's at. There's no loyalty. People will backdoor you. People will tell on you for the smallest of things. People will work for the people. Man, people will be around you your whole life, do dirt with you, do everything. And the first chance it is, they start working with them people, man, to try to put you down, man. I'm telling you, man, there's no loyalty in the streets, man. It's no loyalty. People will turn you in to save their life. People will trade. I'm talking about When I say people risk their life in the streets every day doing wrong and then get caught, and the first thing they want to do is now is think about their family. Oh man, I got kids, man, I can't go away. You weren't thinking about your kids and your family when you was in them streets. Now you're gonna use your kids as a bargaining, like, man, I gotta tell, man, because I got kids. You knew you had kids when you was out there doing your dirt. But you keep seeing people like that. Or they get in these situations, oh man, I got a family, man. I can't leave my family, man. I'm about to tell. But you knew you had a family out there, man, when you was out there doing wrong, when you was hustling, when you was trapping, when you was sliding, when you was doing all this stuff. This is what I can't respect about a person, man, that tells on somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? If you a willing participant, you know what you getting into. You are active. I ain't saying you being forced. You know what you signing up for, and you know the consequences, and you still go do it. But then when something go wrong, you sit there and say, "Oh man, my mom's sick. I can't leave her. Ain't nobody gonna help her. Oh man, my baby mom's, man, she got 5 kids, man. I gotta be there for her. Or, oh man, I just don't want to go to jail." You knew all this stuff when you jumped into the streets. You knew this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Every day you wake up and you go to the streets, you facing the same thing. You facing death or you facing jail. You know that every day you wake up. You know that when you go to sleep, and you know that when you wake up. You know that when you close that door when you coming in from the streets, and you know that when you open the door when you're on your way out to the streets. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't change because it's Monday and it's Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I idolize, the people that do their dirt in the street and take their time on the chin. Yeah, it kind of sucked that you gone away, but at the end of the day, anybody that's in them streets and you know what you signing up for, just be prepared for whatever come, man. Because people work real hard, man, to make it to them prison cells. Where I say they work their whole life to get stripes, to get points, to be the biggest gangster, to do all that. They work real hard, man, to get to prison, man, and get their freedom away. I'm talking about they work hard. I'm talking about they work harder than doctors and lawyers and all of that. People work hard every day on their reputation, man, so that they can fatten their rep up, man, on their way to that box, man. You know what I'm saying? I see it every day, man. People work their hardest. You know how an NBA player practices on his jump shot every day, man, so he can go to the NBA. You know, or a woman shoot, or a woman study all day to be a nurse or a doctor. That's the same thing these streets dudes is doing. They putting in work every day, man, to go to jail, go to prison, man, and lose the rest of their life, man. It work hard to be a big gangster, to be a big time gangster. It work hard to give your life away, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they want. That's their career. Like on some for real stuff, really look at it like that. That's their career. The same way your career is to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, do podcasts, do whatever. That's their career. You get what I'm saying? That's their career. I see people every day, man, they work real hard to get 30, 40 years. I'm talking about real hard. You know that shorty on your block, man. He been a knucklehead since a small one. Everybody try to talk to him, man. You be like, go ahead, bro, do you? He working hard, man, to get 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? That's the generation we live in, man. But yeah, man, they these kids, man. I wish y'all definitely the best, man. I wish y'all definitely the best, man, because I see it every day, man. I see it every day, man. Where these young men out here, man, they working their hardest, man, to get their life away. I'm talking about they working the hardest. It's easier to do wrong, man. It's easier to do right than it is to do wrong. I'm talking about they'll risk it. They'll go out right now, man, and have a live shootout, man, on the block, man, instead of going and putting a job application, instead of getting on the computer, doing online classes, instead of doing this to better yourself. Every day you will see it. Every day you will see somebody, man, with a big 4-5 on them, man, with no money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that going to help you every day in your life? You know what I'm saying? Because if a real OG or a real person, if you looking up to him and that's your big homie, the first thing he gonna tell you is, this ain't really what you want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It look cool. I know, yeah, it do look cool. It look real cool. It look cool when you got the money. It look cool. You got the cars. When you got the girls. When you got all of that. But as soon as them people kick that door, you're gonna see all your homies telling on you. You're gonna see your bestest friends been informants, then set you up. You know your baby mom's about to start messing with your homie. You know your mom's is getting sick. So by the time you get out in 20, 30 years, she done lost her life. You know, your kids then join the streets because you wasn't around to raise them, or because you made a poor decision, man, on what? Want to be in the streets. So y'all don't gotta take it from me, man. You know, like I say, I done seen it. I done been around some of the biggest players, man. Some of my family members was around meeting them and BMF, all of them. And right now, man, they don't got a damn nickel to rub against their hand, man. You know, but 2003, 2002, oh man, they was lit, they was popping. They had the West Side on Smash. They I'm talking about, man, they had Corvettes, Jaguars, Escalades, all of that stuff back in the day, man. And ask them what they got now. Ask them what they got now. Nothing. Only thing they got is to say, "Oh man, y'all see that show BMF, man? Yeah, I used to be around them dudes. I used to work with them. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. At least like 8, 9 of my family members, you know what I'm saying, went down with Meech and them. You know what I'm saying? A part of the people in Detroit. I ain't talking about nobody in Atlanta or California, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Ask them what they got now to show for it. They ain't got nothing but stories. Yeah, it's a good story to hear. I like to hear how y'all was spending all this money in the club and all of that. But you want to know would it be funny? Before I leave, hey yo nephew, man, you got 20, $30. Hey yo nephew, hey yo nephew, you can go give me a beer. Hey yo nephew, hold on man, you just said you and me through uh $5 million in the club in 2002, and now you need $30. That's real life for you, man. That's real life for you, man. I would not lie to you, man. You're gonna be stuck with nothing but stories and memories, and you can't take none of that shit to the bank. You can't get no credit loan with none of that. You can't tell your baby moms that when you done gave your life to the streets and all of that, and she resents you, can't tell that to your kids, them memories when they resent you, all of that, you know? But y'all ain't gotta take it from me, man, but just don't learn it the hard way, man, you know, because like I tell y'all, I done seen a lot and I done been around a lot. And I'm gonna tell you like this, man, a lot of people, man, that done had it, been in the streets, or who even got it right now, or who the mans. Go look at them in a few years or 10 years from now, and you tell me where they gonna be at. But it's your boy D's Media, man. Happy Sunday, man. Peace, positivity, network growth. Come on, Knicks. We got to get this game 7, man. But yeah, man, peace, positivity, network growth, man. Let's save these kids.